Okay, well, welcome to Voices of CML World CML Day, 22nd of September for the North American edition. And I'm very, very pleased to have with us today many respected patient leaders, advocates, patients, and caregivers from North America. As I've mentioned to some of you, I'm Dennis Costello, Executive Director of CML Advocates Network. I'm also privileged enough to be joined here today by two colleagues from my team, Celia Marin and Lydia Pekova. And it's been a long day. We started this morning very, very early with Asia, and we've done a tour of the world practically at this point. We've gone from Asia to Eastern Europe, Africa and Middle East, Western Europe, and now we're on our way to North America, and we're going to finish later on with South America. So it's been one of these kind of, I suppose, ideas because of COVID to just try and make use of the technology to at least bring us together, even in this small, intimate way, on a day that is, I think, special for us as a community. Lisa, you're our regional representative on the steering committee of CML Advocates Network from Canada. I'm going to turn it over to you really to lead this conversation and really bring people who are have taken the time to join us today to bring it into the conversation and take it from there. And then if there are questions from Facebook and so on, I'll keep them in the chat if that's okay for you.
That is perfect.
Great.
Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be here with my North American counterparts, Joni and Jerry. I see Gail also, another great North American CML supporter. And thank you, Dennis, very much for the introduction. And the CML Advocates Network has done an amazing tireless effort today in helping all of us across the world mark this very special day. So I guess on my end, just a few quick notes to say also hello to the Canadians who have logged on today to mark this really special day. I mean, for me, September is always a very bittersweet month. I was diagnosed with CML 12 years ago in September, and so this day makes me think about a lot of things, but mostly how grateful I am to be here and for all of the work that has been done in research and development that that has made that possible for me to continue to be a mom and be here speaking with you today. So. I really just wanted to know that that nobody is alone in this. We have a massive global community, a CML community, but also here in North America, lots of places to go when you need help or you just want someone to talk to. But I'm going to turn it over now to our leaders over in the United States, my buddies Joni and Jerry.
You're on mute, guys.
You still can't, you're on mute, man.
Buddy.
There you go.
Gotcha.
Jerry and I are.
We've lost you again.
I think you're hitting the space bar there.
I am hitting the space bar.
You're off. Go.
That's great. We can hear you.
Hi. Oh my gosh. Please. So hi everybody. Nice to see you all participating in this absolutely incredible endeavor. Jerry and I are sending greetings from the United States and we are honored to be representing 100,000 U.S. CML warriors on this World CML 922 day, along with our counterparts around the world. CML Buster Foundation and the CML Busters are busy in the U.S. Building new virtual CML support groups across our nation with great success to help CML warriors through their own journeys, while, of course, continuing to seek the development of a cure for a life without CML. Without the research and the doctors that have dedicated their lives to keeping us alive, most of us would not be here today, would not be alive. We've each had our own journeys, had our own challenges, and somehow the world gets behind us, the CML world gets behind us and says, keep going, keep pushing, keep looking, keep researching, keep funding. And that puts fire under Jerry and I. Just getting to see, I'm going to cry. Sorry.
Wait, don't cry, don't cry. Come on.
We've gotten to see so many people that we get to see once a year from all over the world today. And it just makes me remember how lucky, how blessed we are, and how much I miss everybody so much. Our program is quite short today. Most of us have been up since 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and many of us that wanted to attend today are working. But in honor, we're here. They're with us in spirit. And so, Lisa, if it's okay with you, I'm going to say now let's meet and hear from some of the other patient advocates in our North America region, and stay tuned for more videos from CML warriors around the world.
Great idea.
Do you want to go straight to the videos then, or
Yes,
would it be? You do. Okay, that's good. Okay, I'll launch that. Just give me 1 second, please.
Welcome to Voice of CML. Shortly, you will hear from some of our members at CML Advocates Network. A few years ago, we started with only a few countries, but since then we have grown. We have 126 patient organizations in over 93 countries around the world. Every year, on the 22nd of September, we come together to raise awareness for the CML community. Unfortunately, 2020 has presented us with many new challenges. However, we continue to adapt. In this 6-part live stream, we hope to give all those around the world the opportunity to come together and share their stories using the digital space. Today, many CML patients do not have access to life-saving treatment. Many CML patients do not have access to doctors. Many CML patients do not have up-to-date credible information on the very disease they live with every day. Our hope is to share those stories while also teaching and raising awareness for chronic myeloid leukemia. Today, together more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Cool. Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
It is CML Day, and today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Hoy juntos más que nunca por una vida sin LMC.
اليوم معا أكثر من أي يوم مضى لحياة خالية من سرطان الدم المزمن.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML
Mabuhay.
Hari ini bersama-sama lebih dari sebelumnya untuk hidup tanpa CML.
Aujourd'hui, tous unis, tous uniques pour une vie sans LMC. Today, together, more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for the life without chronic myeloid leukemia.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
Hi there, my name is Lisa Machado, and I'm the founder of the Canadian CML Network. Greetings from Canada, and happy World CML Day. How has 2020 impacted the CML community? How can we work together to ensure a future without CML? And what comes next, not only for our community here in Canada, but also in communities across the globe? The CML community recently came together to ask these questions. The following presentation is made up of a series of online interviews and self-tape submissions. Thank you very, very much to all the patients and the caregivers, the advocates and the physicians who came together to lend their voices to Voices of CML. Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML.
I have just started a family support group on the East Coast, and that family support group just meets once a month, and we are having our third meeting coming up next week.
Well, like so many others in the world with COVID, the changes we've noticed mostly with the social gatherings. have been impacted for our support groups. We no longer, of course, can meet face to face, which is one of our main goals of our group. So we've adapted by moving our face-to-face meetings to virtual meetings, and it's been a very successful change. In fact, we have more people attending our virtual meetings than we do our face-to-face meetings from all over the United States.
So I think some of the challenges for starting that group up was essentially there was only one group so far in the United States that was actively meeting, and that was in California, and I'm on the East Coast. So when I would look online to see if there was anyone sort of meeting up, I couldn't find anything. So I had to go to Facebook, and Facebook is sort of where I met Joni Clements, who has a family support group that's being run out of California. And I actually have my therapy license, so I have my master's in clinical social work. And my previous job was a therapist. I was a trauma therapist working with survivors of sexual trauma. So I have this background in therapy. But when I reached out to Joni, I essentially wanted to figure out how I could start a support group out on the East Coast, not using my therapy license because I wanted the ability to not be a professional in the setting, but I really just wanted to be a person with CML who was able to express, like, you know, my feelings about it. And if I was using my therapy license, I wouldn't be able to really use the group for myself. So I just wanted to create like a place of healing where us on the East Coast could, you know, talk about the struggles of CML and get that started. So Joni was sort of my point of contact, and she helped me set up the legal way to do it on my end of the world.
One of our goals for 2021 is to launch at least 2 more virtual support groups in the Mid-America area, increasing our outreach and awareness in those underserved areas for CML patients. Jerry?
Yeah. We've been working on our web portal, and we hope to have that out this month before World CML Day. And the objective of that is to consolidate everything CML for the U.S. patient and caregiver population. Right now, that's pretty disjointed across the internet, so we're hoping to get availability of treatment centers, doctor locations, and a lot of the study materials, mainly aimed at the U.S. CML population, which has some unique functions. And Joni?
We hope to be able to establish a fund for more research supporting specifically CML cures, and we're going for the stem cells.
I'm also one of the board of directors for the CML Buster Foundation nonprofit. So not only do I run one of the family support groups on the East Coast, but I also meet bi-weekly with the board members. And right now, our biggest goal that we're trying to do for this year is, you know, raise funds for a cure. That's essentially our whole mission, is just, you know, raising funds so that we don't have to live with this anymore.
The discourse between researchers, insurance companies, and pharmaceutical companies, especially with the CML physicians, because I think that we all need to work together in order to be able to find a cure. Right now, of course, the focus is on COVID, and it has not been on CML. So we need to help them refocus this, because I've been living with CML for 20 years and there still is no cure. Thank God for the treatments, but I think we need to focus on the stem cell and on more research.
We've learned a lot in the last 20 years of TKI treatments and TFR. We've learned a lot more about the disease, and as blood cancers go, it's one of the more simple problems, although it's not simple at all. We think we're a lot closer to a cure for that than any of the other blood cancers, simply because we've got a lot of history, a lot of knowledge, and a lot of great people that got distracted with COVID or were not able to be in their labs. And as they come back, we want to refocus the attention on this problem as a spearhead for curing all cancers. It was a leader in oral cancer medication, and now we think it's going to be the leader in cures.
And targeted.
So we're targeting that part of the research and helping to focus those researchers on that part called going for the stem cells.
The biggest goal moving forward for the nonprofit is really just setting up a medical advisory board that can analyze, different research that we're looking at to really hone in on what's causing CML to sort of be so resilient. So in order, for us to do that, we do have to get funding. So number one goal is funding. Number two is just once we get that funding is that we can kind of look at strengths and weaknesses of different research. And, hopefully we can get the ball rolling on people getting in the lab and, just see what's going on. And again, hopefully, one day we have a world without CML.
In the next year or two is more awareness of the potential of TFR, through education, through awareness at the community, physician level, and also the insurance providers.
We have a unique situation in the United States in that the insurance providers really pay for the treatments, and they pay for the a large portion of what the patients receive. And it's to their benefit for people to move to TFR, but they haven't been part of the conversation here yet. We've been talking to researchers, we've been talking to clinicians, we've been talking to physicians and patients. But we think we can get a lot more money for the awareness programs and get that 2 to 5% buy-in for TFR in the United States up to 10, 20, 30%.
I think something that we could all do together as a CML community is really come together globally. I think the whole point of, coming up with a cure would really be to have a consortium of resources and funding. I think the more that we break off into nonprofits, the less chance that we'll have with, sharing our knowledge, sharing our funding. So if we could sort of break down the geographical, barriers, and just really come together. I mean, right now, there's no better time to come together virtually and just talk to more people in different countries with CML. And I really hope that, even if we have these small nonprofits, that perhaps in a future, time, we could really just pull all of our funding together so we would have more money to, come up with a cure.
We're going to continue to promote globally the continued need for CML research because it's kind of stalled out. It's considered a well-managed disease, and consequently, the research dollars have slowly and gradually dropped off. And with COVID, they've almost been eliminated here in the U.S. So we're going to leverage our contacts globally in the medical community and build consensus and build the funding for those programs while we build out our own foundation.
So when I was first diagnosed, I was terrified because I have a more rare phenotype. So I didn't have the most common phenotype. I had a mutation. So I wasn't starting off on the medicine that most people start off on. I'm starting off on a more potent dose and a more potent drug. And I was actually diagnosed a week before I started a brand new job. It was right after, grad school, and I had this new job lined up, and I was like, not gonna let, cancer sort of ruin this huge accomplishment that I just had. I just finished 6 years of school. I went through like 6 months of being interviewed, and I finally got this job, and, then I got diagnosed with cancer. So for 3 months, I was a little dramatic for 3 months, and I did think I was gonna die. And, the way I got through the first 3 months was I set aside times to cry, which sounds a little psychotic, but I had no time to cry. I had no time to be sick. So I would get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I would play with my dog for 2 hours, and then I would cry on the way to work. I would fix my makeup. I'd go into work, and then like at lunchtime, I'd go in the bathroom and cry. Do it again, fix it. And I would go home in the afternoon. I'd get in my car, and I would cry. And then I'd come home, and I enjoyed my life. So I would say to people, if they were struggling with, the diagnosis, I would say to really give yourself time to like sit with it. I think you have to really like feel the fear, but then continue on with life anyway. And like, no matter what that is for you, it can look different for other people. For me, it was focusing on work, focusing on my dog, focusing on reaching out for social connections, and also, helping other people, even while living with this disease.
Hi there, my name is Lisa Machado, and I'm the founder of the Canadian CML Network, in Canada, obviously. Happy World CML Day. I am so excited and thrilled and grateful to be here with you today to mark this very, very special day. September has always been a weird month for me. 12 years ago, I was diagnosed in early September with CML. I had 2 babies at the time, and I had no idea whether or not I would live long enough to see them grow up. And here I am today, and 2 days from now, they're going to be heading off to school as teenagers, and I get to see every minute of it, and I am so grateful. So if I had to talk a little bit about the challenges facing our patient community here in Canada, probably not very different from the challenges that you're facing in your countries. COVID-19 has placed exceptional stress and anxiety on our community. I think it's an extraordinary time in that, when you were diagnosed with cancer, you look to the experts. You look to your doctor to point you in the right direction and give you the education that you need and tell you how it's all going to end. And during this global pandemic, the experts don't know how it's going to end, and they can't see a way out right now, which has made it exceptionally important for communities to come together and seek support and continue to share experiences. And here in Canada, we've been doing that virtually. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to meet face to face, but the support continues. In terms of our challenges going forward, our work in CML is not done. People living with CML continue to go on to transplants, continue to live with life-affecting side effects, which are truly unacceptable. So my wish, hopefully next year when we're talking on September 22nd, we're really close to a cure, or we have one already. Maybe there aren't any more patients that have to face a transplant. That's what I would like to happen. Anyway, I'm signing off. Enjoy your CML day, and thank you everybody for all that you do and for making this Awareness Day happen.
Welcome to Voice of CML. Shortly, you will hear from some of our members at CML Advocates Network. A few years ago, we started with only a few countries, but since then we have grown. We have 126 patient organizations in over 93 countries around the world. Every year, on the 22nd of September, we come together to raise awareness for the CML community. Unfortunately, 2020 has presented us with many new challenges. However, we continue to adapt. In this six-part live stream, we hope to give all those around the world the opportunity to come together and share their stories using the digital space. Today, many CML patients do not have access to life-saving treatment. Many CML patients do not have access to doctor. Many CML patients do not have up-to-date credible information on the very disease they live with every day. Our hope is to share those stories while also teaching and raising awareness for chronic myeloid leukemia. Today, together more than ever, for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Cool. Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
It is CML Day, and today, together more than ever for a life without CML.
Hoy juntos más que nunca por una vida sin LMC.
اليوم معا أكثر من أي يوم مضى لحياة خالية من سرطان الدم المزمن.
Today, together, more than ever, for a life without CML, mabuhay.
Hari ini bersama-sama lebih dari sebelumnya untuk hidup tanpa CML.
Aujourd'hui, tous unis, tous uniques pour une vie sans LMC. Today, together.
Thank you so much, everybody. That was some amazing footage. Thank you, Joni and Jerry. I learned so much about your ambitions for CML Busters Foundation, and we really look forward to working with you in any of those steps that you take that can have, impact on a global level. Obviously, normally we would have something like CML Horizons to bring us together as a family. This year, we will have Horizons. It'll be a virtual event and it'll be free for everybody who wishes to attend. It's taking place on November the 6th until November the 8th. And it'll be probably morning time, your time, but nothing too early. I think it'll be programs from around 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., just 3 hours a day, because we don't want people to be too much in front of their screens. So save that date for any of you who wish to be involved in CML Horizons this year. Lisa, maybe I can hand back to you very briefly if you'd like to. I don't know, there's quite a number of people on the call, in case, I don't know, you would like to elicit some comments or anything like that from people.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. I kind of see this event, as sort of a gathering together time. So I'm open if anybody wants to pop in and say hi, talk a little bit about what your life has been like with CML, what you would change. Yeah, feel free. I'd love to hear from you. Anybody? Hello.
Can you hear me?
Hey, Gail.
Hi, everybody. To all those people I know, hello. To those I don't know, hello. It's great to see you. So many, Felice, Virginia, both Virginias. It looks like we have some Canadians on that I don't know, Thalia and anyway, it's just great to be here. For those who don't know me, my background is with the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, and so I worked with Jerry and Joni for many years with their group in Southern California. I am also in Southern California. Today, but Dennis, this is phenomenal, and what an effort to pull to use all the technology we have to pull us all together in a way I've never seen happen. So to all of you, I wish you all the best, and thank you for this amazing day. Lisa, great to see you.
You too, Gail.
Okay, well, it's been great to share this moment with you. I mean, it's a first for us. We're kind of learning as we go along with this. My apologies even for the video, little technical errors there at the beginning. You can see it's been a long day, but those great videos will be available. We'll put them on loop on the on our YouTube and on our Facebook. And I thank you again sincerely for some of the great testimonies there. There was some really great messages that came across, and I think the CML community in Northern America has a bright future to look forward to. And I always look forward to having the voice of North America on our steering committee, thanks to Lisa. And also, hopefully we'll get the time to see each other sometime in the future around Horizons. And, when you start talking about that narrative around cure, I think I've heard it all day today. And we had that wonderful webinar earlier today, which I believe some of you were on with Dr. Brian Drucker, and hosted by Giora Sharf in Israel. And there was some interesting, I think, hypotheses that we can all, I think, look forward to explore, because we owe it to ourselves as a patient community. So I won't take up any more of your time. I really wish you a great further day. Yes, would you like to say something?
Yes, I have a question. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but for the people that are on that don't know what CML Horizons are or is, can you kind of give us a little bit of an insight as to what's going to be happening during those 3 days for the CML Horizons conference?
Right. Sure. So I think for those of you who don't know CML Horizons, and I know there's probably people on this call that can certainly explain it better than I have, because they will have attended it. Although I think I attended the very, very first one when it was New Horizons. It hadn't yet been assumed by CML Advocates Network back in the late mid 2000s. But CML Horizons is the global gathering, I would say, of the CML patient leadership from all over the world, and it's been going on now for many, many years, since about 2008, and it, I think, has really galvanized the global CML patient community. And apart from being a learning experience and an opportunity for dialogue, obviously, with the medical community, it's also really the great get-together, I think, that has helped forge and build this community. And I would say that CML Advocates Network would probably not exist were it not for the CML Horizons Congress. Or it would certainly look very, very different, if I can say that. So obviously this year we're taking it virtual because of the circumstances, and we're reducing the program. For those of you who will have had attended Horizons in the past, we kind of try and keep the program's content on 2 tracks. There's a kind of an advocacy track and a medical track. In the medical track, we try and invite some of the leading clinicians, who are friends of the wider community, to come and talk to us about some of the latest developments in the research and clinical side of things. And from that perspective, this year we'll have, the likes of Dr. Cortez, Andreas Hochhaus, and Francois Mahon talking about, various aspects of the medical side of CML. The program will be published probably early next week. So I don't want to talk about it today because it's still in the latest stage of being finalized, but as I can say that there will be 3 sessions on medical with those specific clinicians talking. And then we will have a series of advocacy talks, obviously in the usual kind of talks about learning from each other. So there will be, some organizations talking about the work that they are doing around the world. We have a very specific session dedicated to COVID, obviously, given the circumstances. And I think how we can all learn about how we have adapted as patient groups to help our community in sometimes quite challenging circumstances. So that's more or less it's what it is, because we really had to make some difficult choices to scale back the program, because when you're there for 3 days and we're in a hotel and we can really take advantage of all the time that we have together, that's wonderful. But in the virtual world, I think we've taken the decision to be a bit more relaxed, because we're all zoomed out, I think, to some extent, which is a shame. But hopefully, once we get back into next year in 2021, we can look forward to a full-scale Horizons again. So if you are not aware or you'd like to hear more about it, CML Advocates Network have a newsletter which you can sign up for on our website, and we can keep you informed about the Congress this year. You'll be more than happy and welcome to attend. As I say, this year we're making it free for everybody because of the circumstances.
Does this also include aspiring patient advocates or people that want to learn more about the disease treatment and what's coming down the pipe?
That's what
other than patient leaders?
Yeah, I think I mean, if people are aspiring to become patient leaders and patient advocates, I think CML Horizons is a great place to come and start, because you can dip in, you can dip out. The content will be available to you. You can ask as many questions as you like of the community, who will be, I think, very, very helpful to help any of you kind of get on board or become more knowledgeable about the disease itself. So we are hoping, that this can serve as an opportunity to be a gateway to an event that was meant to be in Costa Rica in May, which is costly for some people. We have a limited number of scholarships and so on, which we do try and share as much as we can. But as you say, Jerry, this is a great opportunity for anybody who is willing to dip their toe into patient advocacy from a CML perspective, and they would be very welcome.
And I think, Dennis, too, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the first time that it's actually been opened up for the patients that are not group leaders. So this is a great time to take advantage of that. Every time we come back from Horizons Congress, we absolutely are astounded by the amount of information that we gather at these meetings. It's the professionals that are there, the doctors that are there. It's such a great event, and I'm hoping everybody that's on this call right now, I'll be sending out more information about it as soon as I get it. And thank you, Dennis, very much for leading us into that. We appreciate that so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. With that, unless we have any other final comments, I will continue to wish you, if I can say, a happy World CML Day, but at least it's a day that brings us all together. And, it's been very positive, I think, to show the power and diversity and support and strength of our community from a worldwide perspective. And great to see so many of you on here today, and I wish you well.
Could we do one more thing before we leave? I'd like everybody to introduce themselves, just say hello, where you're from, because there are many faces I don't know out there, and I'd love to hear from you.
That's a great idea.
We'll start.
Gina.
Jerry and Joni Clements in Southern California.
Gina.
Hello, Gina Lombardo, Southern California, part of the CML Busters group.
Felix.
Mr. Bombasi. There we go.
Felice. Yes. Felice Bombasi from Italy.
Virginia.
Virginia Garner from CML Busters, Southern California. And phase 1 trial.
Yay! Please continue, Mike. Oops.
Awesome. Hi, Mike. CML Busters from Southern California. Pleased to be here.
Michelle.
Oh, good. Can't hear you, Michelle.
How about now? Can you hear me now?
Yes.
From Tennessee. Met Joni and Jerry in Southern California.
Yay. Thank you. Bonnie Duback.
Oh my God, Bonnie Duback.
Hi, my loved ones. Oh, I miss you so much. Bonnie Duback from Florida.
Yay.
I'm trying to get over there.
Keep coming, buddy. Keep coming. Next, somebody. Gail Munsing.
You all look fabulous.
You do, love.
I miss you bad.
You too, baby. Gail Munsing.
She might not be there.
She's not there. Keep going, you guys.
Renee.
Oh, Renee.
I put on my sunglasses because I haven't got ready for the day. I'm 37 years old and I live in Davis, California. Sorry, I'm 36. I'm not 37 yet. I just met Joni 2 weeks ago, and this morning I watched the video because today is a special day, 9/22. And I learned a lot, and it was interesting to see, how far improvement or treatments have come, and also all the stuff that they have in the works. Like, I'm not sure if you guys heard, they were mentioning that there's gonna be where you can take the 400 milligrams of imatinib and then an additional pill.
Oh, the trial.
And it was supposed
to
increase chances of a better outcome. Did you hear? Yeah. Yeah, the trial. I think they started in a month, right?
Yeah.
It was what?
It's a trial. We'll be talking more about it.
Okay.
Next group will talk some about it.
Who else hasn't gone?
Melanie, Johannes? Thank you,
I'm
Renee.
gonna hide myself.
Yes. Someone else? Someone else say something, please.
Gail Sperling, Southern California, CML Busters.
Yay. Okay, Munce and Gail, are you there?
Lisa.
Lisa Machado.
Oh, there's Gail.
Hi, yeah, I'm here. I'm Gail Munzing from Southern California. I was diagnosed in 2004, and I'm a member of CML Busters with Joni and Jerry and everybody else.
Yay! Very good. Thank you.
You know, it's amazing. A lot of these people from CML Busters are 10 years plus in the group. And that just amazes me.
Some of them are 17
years in the group.
Okay.
Like,
Lisa.
Well, you guys know me. I'm Lisa Machado. I'm the founder of the Canadian CML Network in Canada.
And thank goodness for you.
Are there any of your people on board that you can call out?
I do see some, but you know what? I don't want to call them out if they're not.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to put them on the spot. But hello to you guys.
Okay. So thank you very much. If there's somebody we missed, we're sorry, but we understand if you don't want to volunteer, that's perfectly all right too. We're just happy that you're here. And thank you very much. And Dennis or Lisa, you take it?
Sure. You know what? We can just say a collective goodbye. See you soon. Take care of yourselves out there because it's crazy.
Thanks, Lisa, very much.
You said it.
Today, together, more than ever, a life without CML, you guys.
Yay.
Amen.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Talk to you all later.
Bye-bye.
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 Thanks, Felice, for joining.
And we miss Jolie. She